Man, I ain't tripping on that right now. What it do? What it do? It's your boy FGG Zeus. We back in this thing, baby, and we got us a special guest today. Everybody, please say hello to Coco. What's
Hi,
up,
baby.
Coco?
I got you.
And y'all see, we got FGG Chef Russ in this thing,
As usual.
and as usual. And this is gonna be like a new segment we do for the podcast where we bring on small black business owners and we basically give them free promo. We get them the stage so they can talk about their business. And maybe we get to ask a few questions. So we got our dear friend Coco here today. Coco, how you doing today?
I'm amazing. Thank you so much for having me. I'm like truly fucking honored. No, because my bad. But I'm
Hey,
grateful.
this ghetto studios, everything allowed over here.
Yeah, it's
All
too
right,
quick.
well, then I'm truly fucking honored to be here. Thank you for having me. I'm so happy.
Yeah, so why don't you tell the people a little bit about your business? Let's start off with that.
All righty. Well, I am the proud owner and CEO of WITH.LOVE.FITNESS. I have my own gym. I have my own way of kind of like doing things, but it's more of I want my clients to not only lose weight, but I want them to have a better mental health while they're with me. So I'm going to teach you how to eat. I'm going to teach you how to move. I'm going to make sure your form is correct. But I'm also going to make sure that you're handling and tackling your day at the best that you can. Like, I don't want you to feel shitty. I don't want you to just get a workout from me and then the rest of your day falls apart because you don't have coping mechanisms in place in order to handle certain things when they come your way. So not only do I teach my clients about HIIT and calisthenics and yoga, but I also make sure they journal. I make sure they take time for themselves. I by all means, I recommend a therapist if you need one. And I try to really let them get in touch with themselves while they're there. My place, the place of love. Everything I do is with love, but it's more about just making sure that you're mentally okay. Because a lot of times we can put on a face and we can put on a front, but a lot of people aren't okay with saying, I'm not okay. They're not there
Right.
when you can even communicate to even begin to articulate what's wrong. And with society being the way that it is, we're kind of programmed to be like, no, I'm all right, I got it, or I can do it myself. You can literally be drowning, and there's someone right there trying to give you a hand. It's like, no, I got it, I'm okay. So with me, it's more about learning how to say I'm not okay. Like learning how to also know that today is a hard day. I want you to get your workout, yes, but I also want you to feel better as a person. Like, I don't want to
Right.
just whoop your ass in the gym and then send you on like, all right, holla at you, thank you, appreciate your money. No, I would rather it be like, hey, how you doing today? How's your body feeling? How are you mentally? Are you prepared for this today? If not, do we need to have a moment? Do you need to have a breather? Do we need to talk about something? Because stress and mental defects go hand in hand in your weight loss goals. Even if you're trying to gain weight, if you're a skinny guy or a skinny girl and you're trying to add muscle mass, the way you think about yourself, the way you talk about yourself, the way you perceive yourself has a direct influence on your results.
Right.
So my whole goal is to also just make sure you're better. Just I'm gonna make sure you're better. Like I don't want you just to be a client. I want you to become a part of my family. Like you become a part of my tribe. And that was the main thing that I wanted to be able to do is not take on so much with the clients, but I wanted to be able to make sure that my people that are there, I'm hands on with them. I'm right there
Right.
in the shit with you. I jump into the workout with you. I'm teaching you how to breathe, and I'm also teaching you how to talk better to yourself. How to say yes, I can versus man, I can't do the shit. That can't is not even allowed in my family. So I'm
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I'd see.
yes, you have. So you understand because you were there with me in the beginning when I was first discovering my passion.
Yes.
You got to see me kind of learn the ins and outs of everyone is different. And because everyone is different, everyone thinks differently, everyone processes things differently. So you can't expect, well, this shit don't hurt me or you need to get over that because it's not a big deal. It could be a very big deal to that person. But I also try to get people to understand to not make a mountain out of a molehill and to also celebrate their small victories. You got out of bed today. You brushed your teeth today. You took a shower today. That shit matters, especially if
Right.
you're like manic depressed. Like if you have depression really, really badly, just getting up and doing the small things matters. And I don't think a lot of people have people rooting for them to even say, I'm proud of you for getting up and washing your ass. I'm going
Right.
to proud of you getting up and washing your ass. So that's kind of like where the with love is. brand comes from. It's a tough type of love, but it's all with love. It is. It really is. So, kind of me in a nutshell.
I'm laughing because he started it. I just want you to know that.
Because he
I wasn't
knows.
laughing at
He
you.
knows.
I'm
And
laughing at him
the
because
crazy
he
thing
started
is,
this.
Chef has been able to see me be a manager. He's been able to see me be a bartender. Like he's seen me at restaurants, like working my ass off to make sure that we do our best. And he's
Right.
seen when we have our servers break down or go hide in the freezer, they somewhere eating rolls and their table and yelled at them or like, no, get your shit together.
She right. She right. We've seen that plenty of times.
And I, as the manager, I have to redirect the energy of my employees to be like, hey, I need you to get out there and do the best you fucking can, little tiger. Like, I need you to go, little
Little
engine.
tiger.
Man, look, man. I mean, you had man. I'll tell you, man. These some of the servers and waiters and waitresses and stuff like that. They real like on the line of being. I'm trying to figure out a nice way to say it.
To say, like,
Man,
borderline
that ain't no
schizophrenic,
nice way, man.
like
Say what
almost
now?
suicidal sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. Like they either they real skittish or they on the verge of just like total collapse. And they they get off work and drink. You know what I'm saying
And they
heavily.
can drink up all their money that they just made.
Right, right.
Right.
I'm like, what you doing, man? I mean, I'm just gonna go give me something to drink. The place where I used to remember, man, I used to remember working down there at the grill house. And
Yeah.
them folks literally
That's
make
what
their
we
money
meant.
and them folks will make their money and walk down to the end of the block where the liquor store
Yeah.
was,
And go
sit
drink.
in the parking lot drinking.
And we
Like,
made great money at Grill House, but you had to be able to hold your shit together.
Yeah.
can you believe it? And if you wasn't, or you ain't have that thick skin, because we had some asshole managers there.
But
You ain't
because
have
we
that thick
saw
skin.
that turnover rate was real.
Whoa, that turnover was real. Oh boy, boy. I think what I'm saying, and it was a bad environment with a lot of good people. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right. Yeah.
But
I can agree
yeah,
with that.
that mental health that she's saying, that's true. Nobody, can support each other. That's like it. Like yesterday, we talked about the positive thinking. A lot of people don't think positive of themselves
At
enough. You
all.
know what I'm
Like a
saying?
lot of people. And then they don't know when they're projecting. Or they think that they're thinking positive, but they have like this shitty look on their face, or their attitude is horrible. And it's
Right.
like you don't think, baby, you with the shit right now. Like you don't feel that.
Yep. And
Hey,
it's,
man, this went hand to hand to the podcast we did yesterday.
yeah,
So
that's what I said. Cause like you can tell, I'm gonna tell you something funny. You've heard the phrase "resting bitch face," right?
Yeah.
yeah,
All right, so truthfully, resting bitch face means something's wrong with you. Because I'm telling you, man, I have an ignorant person face at all times. And you can tell I'm stupid. If you have a resting bitch face, I know something is on your mind, and you looking crazy. And you want to
Yeah.
say something to somebody, but you scared if you say something, they're gonna look at you different. No, I know that. I understand it, and I can feel that
Mhm.
negativity coming off. I'm like, oh man, what's wrong with you? Oh, this just the way I look. Oh.
And, 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 they, and they want you to take that at like face value. Oh, that's just the way I look. And instead of you thinking, okay, well, maybe my face is hard, maybe my jaw is resting a certain way, maybe my face is all frowned up. And that's you do. What the fuck you gotta take it as. Instead of them going and redoing their whole mental, okay, like maybe if someone else can see it, maybe I need to readjust. No,
Yeah,
they're
because
like, this is the way I look. And they'll say it when they want to.
right.
they will. And the funny thing is, I don't think it's that they. I think they don't know how to go back and adjust themselves.
Yeah, they
That's the
don't.
thing. It's hard to get. I've been in the funk before, and I know it's hard to come out of a funk even with friends.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I got ignorant people in my background that won't let me stay in a funk longer than like an hour, and then after that it's like stupidity at the most. So
And that's what I tell my clients. Like, by all means, if you're feeling your feels, feel them. Like, process them. Go through it. Why am I feeling this way? Why am I in such a bad mood? And sometimes the answer is going to be, I don't know. It doesn't
yeah,
mean that you sit in it. It just means that you need to simply start doing other things that help you get out of it. I like to video game. I like to go for a run. I like to color. Y'all seen I love adult coloring. I like to make sure that I journal. I love singing. So I have my coping mechanisms to bring me out of my funk, but everybody doesn't. And
Right.
in the Black community, we're definitely not talking about coping mechanisms to people. It's usually, man, get that shit up, man, fix it, or do something with yourself. Or it's not a lot of positive, like, I want you to feel better, so let's go do something together.
We
Instead,
make
you might have somebody be like, bro, you sitting around this motherfucking house moping. I'm tired of your energy. And then that
yeah,
kind of makes you even more in a funk. Because it's kind of like I said, you don't know.
Right.
yeah, right. Yeah,
I
you
agree.
make you man. Our people make each other feel like punks if something wrong. You want to talk about it.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
man, let's go get something to drink, man. Let's go and get something to drink, smoke, man. You be all right. Like
Yeah, that ain't always the solution,
when
but
yeah. They
when
give
I'm
you self
done,
medication. They tell you to go self medicate.
right? But when it's all over with, guess what? You still in the same funk when you come out of
That funk
medication.
gonna come right back the moment that high is gone, the moment that liquor wear off.
mm-hmm.
If you don't have a positive way of rewiring yourself and saying, okay, today's a bad moment, but it doesn't have to be a bad day.
Yeah,
Like, that's the main thing to get people to understand. Some shit might happen. Yes. It could happen the moment you wake up in the morning. It's all on you to determine if you're gonna let that be your whole day. Like, you don't have to. Like, you can literally take a moment, breathe, gather yourself, go back in the house, pray, meditate, like instant, do something of a positive nature that's gonna help you understand and say, okay, that was just fucked up. We're not gonna let it define our whole day. But you'll have people that'll have a messed up moment. Like, I had a morning I was taking a girl to school, my tire blew out. That was my first test of character that day. I could have been shitty and a bitch to everybody because I had a hard morning trying to get my kids to school. But instead, it's like, okay, let me breathe, let me reset. I don't want my girls to see me this way. And no matter what, this is still a test. Like, this is literally the universe saying, okay, how you gonna handle this? Because I can either be blessed from this, or my day can keep going downhill if I keep a bad attitude.
Right.
So, like I tell everyone, like, man, you determine your whole outlook on life. Like, you have to figure out, do you want to stay unhappy? And it's kind of like, if you decide, no, I don't want to stay unhappy, then you have to take a personal accountability for yourself. And that's one thing that I do not see a lot of. I hate to say it this way, but I do not see a lot of personal accountability. I don't see a lot of people taking
That's true.
responsibility for
That's
themselves.
true. A lot of people don't take enough accountability for their actions. So yeah, you're right on it.
and they
I
don't
see
But
like
people that they'll be like, well, this was this and it did this. And it's kind of like, okay, well, what did you do?
man, finger pointing. Oh, that finger pointing.
yeah, because they say when you point your finger, it's 3 or 4
Yeah,
pointing back
yeah,
at you.
throw them right back at you. Three of them right back at you. So,
That's
yeah.
why I point like this. So I know. Who you
You
talking
Look
to?
at him.
I know who I'm talking to. I know what I did.
Your
Your ass.
ass.
You
You
know what
pissed
all
me
that back
off.
to major pain with the hand in the face.
Yes.
Your ass. And the thumb pointed in with the four fingers out. He make sure
You gotta have to make sure it's tucked. Like,
yeah, your
that's gonna be my shit from here on out. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
look at
so
him real crazy when you do it.
I'm just
Eyes
gonna
wide.
start walking up to my clients, get your ass back on it, motherfucker, just like that. You
what
got
I
10
tell
more
you.
seconds. I said 10.
You gonna
I
get
said
your ass
10.
back on
I
this.
said
Not
10.
You
11,
gonna get your ass back
not
on this
Not
12,
shit.
8.
10.
I said 10.
You gonna get your ass back on that treadmill or be on your ass like right on right to the paper plate. Boom, boom. What is that
You
all about?
with this man.
Hey, chef, look. You running on the treadmill, you start slowing down. You look to your right, all you see is this.
And you know you got that life. You know I would walk right up on you in a good blind spot
Yeah.
in your life.
What I
You
tell
got,
you? What I tell you?
you feel that
You
you
better
feel
keep that
somebody
goddamn
behind you
street.
like
Right, yeah. As soon as you feel like, oh, I'm running. I'm
I'm
running.
running. What the Forrest
I'm
Gump said,
running.
and I was running. I need you to go ahead again. I need you to get it.
All right, so let's move on to the question. So, a question that I have, Coco, is what inspired you to get out and just have your own business? Because some people they want to start their own business, but I guess you could say they don't really have the motivation, or they just lazy. Like it's a lot of
Yeah,
different reasons.
it's a
What
lot.
inspired you to start your own business?
Yeah.
Well, as you know, I love the fact that both of you guys know me from different parts of my life. It's so fucking cool.
Yes.
Um, so Chef got to see me at Grill House. He got to see me in the management forefront. And then I wanted to lose weight. I literally started my journey for weight loss at Grill House. Like
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
was
because it
so,
carried on to that other, what's the name of that other damn Korean restaurant we was at? Damn, it
or
closed down.
18.
Yeah, AC's. Yeah, because you was there at AC's. You was
Yeah,
already
by the time
started
I
working
got
there.
to AC's, I was at Godbody.
Right.
And
Mm-hmm.
I was a client at Godbody. And I mean, I was marketing Godbody like nobody's business. Like,
Yep.
y'all gotta be here. You gotta be doing. You gotta be. It's a black-owned gym, and it was everything. And I went from client to telling the owner that I think I want to train. Like, I think this is gonna feel a place in me that serving never feel, because even as a bartender, you turn to people's therapists. You know,
Right.
like
Yes.
I had my
Yeah.
regular, and for me as a bartender, it was, I'm giving you poison every fucking time you come and sit at my bar. Like I'm helping you, but I'm watching you drink yourself into this stupor of not feeling. So I knew that bartending wasn't gonna be the last end for me. So when I got into fitness and I would be next to the clients that were dying next to me, it was kind of like, come on, we got this. Come on, we can do this, man. We got this. We got this. And it got more to where, yes, I was still working out, but I loved motivating the clients to finish when they were on their very, like, I can't do this again. I can't stand here in the word I can't. Like the white man tells us what we can't do every day. So as a black woman in this society, I live by defining that I can. And I got my chance at Godbody to become a trainer, and I fell in love with it. I mean, I fell in love with it like nothing compared to being a trainer. Well, I still am, but I was a trainer under someone else's banner name.
Right.
Um, the more I started getting into it, the more I started reading, the more I started learning, and I really started noticing that the women's physique and our metabolism and our gut health, and even our mental health is totally different from men. Like men can decide I want to lose weight and cut out a few things from their diet, and I mean y'all see tremendous results. For women, we still have PMSing, we have bloating, you have women that are going through the change, you have pregnant women, we have hormones all over the place. So that's what kind of got me into, I want to still be a trainer, but I want to do it a little differently. And at God Body, I was really respectful of this is the way he wants it done. You know, like I'm not trying to step on your toes because this is all you. Like you can build this from the ground up, baby. This is you, this your baby. So I had to be respectful and understanding that that was his baby. But on Fuck 'em Up Friday, when I would get to be able to do it my way, I would be able to see the clients hungry for it. You know, it was something different. It was different moves. It wasn't, not saying that everything was becoming repetitive, but a lot of the clients would come to me and be like, I'm tired of doing some of the same things over and over. Like my body's not seeing results anymore. And it was kind of like, okay, we got to shake the table. And I couldn't shake the table there. So it was kind of like, am I going to stay here and become stagnant, or am I going to trust myself and think like I might be onto something and take this leap of faith? And literally, it was the clients, like the women that I was training, and they were starting to see me become down. Like my energy was starting to become lackluster. And they were like, you know, what's going on? I was like, I just, you know, I feel like I want to try some new things, but I can't do it here. And they were literally like, girl, do your own thing. Girl, do your own thing. We're gonna be right there. We'll follow you. Just do your own thing. Like the moment you say go, we go. And I didn't want to feel like I was stepping on toes again or that I was running off with clientele. But when I left, it jump started my brand. It jump started the whole with love. It jump started me getting to know my clients and getting to get deeper than just that face value. So
Right.
that's really what made me start my own brand. It was the see a need, feel a need. I was already going from client to trainer, and now I'm here at trainer, and I love this shit. But I feel like we could do some more. Like I feel like we're missing. some things, and to not destroy a friendship, I just decided to start my own thing. Like it's kind of like I know I'm onto something, and I just gotta believe in myself. And it was scary. It was scary as hell because I left the gym and I went to a new gym, but because of the way the owner saw how I was working and how my classes went, he gave me the gym. Literally, how I ended up getting my own gym is by trusting myself and like just knowing that I might be a little different, but it works. And it does. Like my results with my clients are crazy. I changed the way they eat. I changed the way they think about themselves. I changed the way they speak about themselves. I make sure that they're checking in. I gotta see food. I want to know what you're eating. I want to know what you're putting in your body. How did you handle today? Like I literally treat them like they're my, I guess you could say 626, like my experiments.
Mm-hmm.
But they are my everything. Like they give me that go because it's like
Right.
no, I can't get stagnant. Like I've come this far. I've had my brand for a year. I've had my gym for 8 months. I'm about to go 2 years on my own. I can't stop moving. Like now it's just like you can't stop. Like after you get that go, you can either sit and lay down or you can just keep finding ways to keep coming up and reinventing yourself. That's all the
Yep.
fitness game is. After so many months, even in the fitness world, you have to shake up the body with weight, with reps. Like you can't keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result. It's insanity.
I
And
feel
so
you.
for me, my brand is every month you're gonna get a new way of working out. Every month, no lie, you can ask my clients every month. Every month I'm reading, I'm detailing their bodies, I'm watching what's working, what's not working. And every month I'm gonna either change the way the time is or how the reps are, or we're changing the weight or we're adding more body weight. It's never gonna stay the same. And that's always what I want to do. And that's what made me start my own brand. I really knew that there was more than just that box that they put you in as a trainer.
Right.
So that's literally what started with love. I had to step outside of it and know that I would be okay doing it my way. Not trying to step on nobody's toes 'cause I know they're gonna see.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
But I had to, man, because women we lose weight differently. And now the men are even fighting it even more. I'm so happy to have such a nice amount of men clientele because at first it was women. It was a lot of women. And I'm not trying to take away from that. I love my women. Thank y'all for keeping me in business. But I also wanted to show that because I started under a man training men, that I could train men too.
Right.
So that was just the thing. I just wanted to do it my way. And I did. And I'm happy.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. We
So,
know all about that.
as small black business owners ourselves, what advice would you give to other black owned um, black business owners that like we have days where it's kind of hard for us to just cut on the camera and just game for 2 or 3 hours. Like we
Yeah.
have a lot of those days, and I'm pretty sure you have days where you just get up. Man, I don't know about coming up in here today. And what advice would you give to other black business owners or just owners in general to just find the way to keep going despite how you feel, despite not wanting to do it?
Discipline. Motivation only goes so far. It's discipline. You can motivate and cheer and root and pat people on the back all goddamn day long. But if you or your client or whatever market, if you don't have the discipline to get up every day, it's you're not gonna be able to do this. And that's in anything. If I'm starting my own like shirt press, like the girl that does my shirts for me.
Hmm.
If I'm trying to start that business and I'm lacking in the discipline to make sure that every day I get up, I have a business plan, I have a forethought of what I want to do. That's that discipline. Every morning I wake up around 4 or 5 a.m. and my discipline starts. I start my meditation. I start my me time. I text my clients by 6. My discipline is to make sure by 7:30 I've done XYZ in my own small business.
Right.
Because by 9 o'clock, I class is rolling. But don't bullshit me. Let me know you're coming. And that's again, it's that discipline that I'm trying to instill in my clients. Consistency is great, but it comes from discipline. You have to have discipline to gain consistency because your discipline is what's going to make you keep going and keep doing it and keep reading and keep elevating yourself and keep trying to get more knowledgeable in your area versus becoming stagnant and being like, well, I did it. I started it. I guess I'll see where it goes from here. That discipline is just going to make you be that content creator when you don't want to create shit. That discipline is
Mm-hmm.
going to make you get up and write out your circuit when you don't want to do anything. And even that discipline will make you write it out for days. Like, man, I know I got a lazy day going to come up. Let me go ahead, knock this shit out. This discipline. That's all. That is the only thing that keeps me going. When I want to get lazy and stop working out, because I'm still working out. Like, you were there for when the car drove into the gym.
Yeah, I wasn't present that
Well, I
day,
know you
but
weren't
I
present,
seen
but
the
you
pictures and
were,
stuff.
you were at the gym the same time that I was at the gym still. So you
Yeah.
get to see all that shit. That hurt me a lot because I had PTSD from it. I couldn't stand hearing the weights being re-racked. I couldn't stand hearing the tire be flipped. Us not having windows for a while was
Mm-hmm.
traumatic to me because I couldn't see the cars. Like you could hear the tires out front, but you couldn't hear it. But my discipline that I had for myself and the love for that gym, it got me out of bed every fucking day. That's all I had. It was my discipline to keep working in a place that now became my place of trauma. And that's even like at Grill House. Chef was there. It was times when we all wanted to quit and walk out because this man, not gonna curse, didn't understand the team that he had in the front and the back.
Man,
Yeah.
man, I'm telling you something, man. That's the only job that I can sit there and say that we as a group, front of the house and back of the house. Now we it was very little friction with the front of the house and back of the house.
Because the
Like
back
it
we're
was
not gonna take none. Because
the,
I had to get the front of the house to understand we can't do shit without back of house.
and that's the thing though. We didn't have that much friction in front of the house, back of the house. All our friction came from the managers.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Our friction came from the managers and how they treated us and talked to us. And you know what I'm saying? Like, we just made you no bullshit. And see the witness. We would make
Mm-hmm.
this man on a Friday, Saturday night, $8,000 to $9,000 he made.
Mm-hmm.
Majority of that was food.
Yeah.
And the rest of it was liquor. Majority of it was food. We were turning tables left and right. But they got it in their head where they was like, they're gonna hold all these people and then let all these people in at one time. So the kitchen get
Bruh.
behind, the kitchen get behind, we working now. He's still putting the food out, but we ain't putting it out
It
as
don't
fast
matter now
because
because he didn't unleash the crack and it's like a 45 to an hour hold.
and we in there like, why did y'all let all these folks in at one time? So and that
He would
led
be
that
so
led to a
greedy for
lot
the
of
money.
that led to a lot of us, what I'm saying, at the very end. Because when he quit, I
Oh,
already knew I was leaving.
yeah, that hurt. That hurt back the house hard.
But see, the thing about it is, and then I told T, bro, look, man, you need to find something else, man. It's not finna get no better. And I said, I'm gone. I'm not gonna deal with this man because we came back there. He let this new manager talk crazy to us, and I wasn't going, and he was shutting down. And I was like, you can't shut down if you real dude, bro. You know what I'm saying? I told you,
Yeah,
I had an argument with the dude, telling him stop yelling at this man. He's trying to concentrate. Talk
exactly.
to me. Let me know what's going on because I can relate it to him, but he's trying to concentrate on this grill that y'all put him on. So I know the stresses of we know well the stresses of
Yeah.
stuff like that. So it's just man, it's just ooh
That's the
boy.
world we in, man. So yep, it's discipline all day. That's my answer to all black owners, to any small business owner, anyone trying to start up. It's gonna be discipline. It's gonna keep you through. You gotta focus on yourself. You gotta talk to yourself. You gotta love yourself, and you also gotta put your foot on your neck. That's discipline, though. So,
Man, yeah. I tell people all the time, man, just start. Just start. Don't be scared to fail. You can't fail if you don't ever try. Just
Right.
start. You might
yeah,
be
they say
saying,
what the hardest step is the first one.
yeah, yeah. I ain't saying go and quit your main job and just dive right into it. But
Yeah.
they start somewhere.
But
You
see,
know,
that kind of is what jump started me because I didn't go back to ACs after COVID. It
right,
was
right.
like they told us they were going to open up ACs and they wanted everyone to come in and do a deep clean. I remember that text message, and I was like, "Y'all have enough money to get people to come do that." Y'all are not gonna make the people that work for you come and clean restaurant, and you wanna not pay me? Oh no.
Yeah,
That's literally how I end up quitting ACs, and then I created my own job at God Body. I hired myself. I saw a need, I feel a need. Like I said, see a need, feel a need. I saw that Chef P was the only trainer all day long. And that man was literally running himself into the ground. Like I've known him since 1999. Like I met him in middle school. And I was not about to let my friend die out for his dream. So that's when I was like, hey bro, I'm gonna start working here. Like, and he was like, okay, let's see if you really talking that shit. And I literally like started coming in, cleaning, asking him what he needed to do, how can I help build the circuit, what needs to go where. And that kind of like gradually allowed him to see, okay, she's taking this seriously. Okay, I can trust her with the gym. So
that's, that's awesome. That's great to hear, and it's also good to hear that you're taking care of people mentally and physically because they don't get that
mhm.
like that from gyms. You get the they'll give you all the physical part, and they'll even help you with your eating habits for the right price. They don't mess with your mental. They don't mess
They
with your
don't.
mental.
And that matters to me so much. Because I remember I was a client first and I came after a car accident and I couldn't do damn near any of the moves. Like Chef P couldn't even let me be in the regular class. So I had to be alone. And I cried a lot. And I wanted my trainer to be more not gentle, but hands on. Like Chef P is
Mhm.
always, you can cry, but you better not quit. You know, like he gonna give you a motivational quote and he gonna walk the fuck off. And that's just how it is with him. But with me, it's more I'm right here. I'm in the shit with you. Talk to me, breathe. Let's get through this. What else are you going through? Like that matters to me. And that's also why I can't take on a lot of clientele because I'm not gonna drain myself trying to save
Mhm.
the world.
Nah, that's understandable. Chef, you got a question before we wrap up the interview?
All right, okay, yeah. I got a couple questions. You know me, I'm inquisitive. Uh, so first question is, what are your going forward in the future? What are your next steps that you're planning on doing? 'Cause I already know you're moving forward. So what are the next steps for you and your goals for the moving forward?
My next steps, that's what you asked, right? Because we kind of muffled. I just want to make sure.
Yeah,
I want grants. I am hoping that all of my acclimates and my interviews and my podcasts and the fact that I have these digital magazines coming to me and they're proud of the work that I'm doing, I really want to be a mental health advocate. The next thing that I want to start doing for the summer, you guys are going to see the artists come out. I want to use my gym to be more than just a gym. I have such a large gym.
Mhm.
So I want to be able to feel that little nod, that empty space that we have as a black community to come see your black artists. A lot of people don't even know a lot of our black artists in the city of Memphis. And I want to have panelists come, like my mother's a psychiatrist, and she has a nice, a, how can I say this politely? My mother is starting her own business. Okay. And she is a licensed psychiatrist. She has her master's. She works for Questwind. I'm not saying her name so I don't get in trouble.
No, no,
But
no. Don't say no name.
um, she is gonna come and start talking with people. We're gonna start doing panels, and it's gonna be the best way that I can say it is called the well. Like, just come and get replenished at the well. And I want to offer it to, of course, people of color, but I don't want to limit it there. I want it to
Right.
start there, but I don't want it to be just I just help the black community. My goal is to help everyone. But right now, where I see the most pain is in the black community. So
Mhm.
my next goals are to get grants. I want to get federal funding to make sure that my gym keeps going and that I can keep going. I'm going to keep doing my magazines and my interviews to get the acclimates that I need in order to be seen and heard in the big rooms. And then I also want to keep promoting my mental health groups. Like we just did a wood yoga class. So the next thing is going to be the artists coming out and their pop-ups and sipping paints and things of that nature. So I just want to keep moving forward. I already have the gym in place. I already have my clients working out. Now I want to keep moving more in the mental health aspect. I want to keep helping because honestly, if I can reach people there, it's easier to get them to come work out.
Right.
I literally had people tell me it's easier to be fat because it hurts to work out. So, and that was my family that told me this. And I really want to keep going there. I want to keep making steps in the right, I want to keep making the right steps to make sure that the Black community is always going to be healed in a way. And right now we're not. We kind of like going through the motions. And a lot of us are angry and mad. So hopefully with the grants and everything with the funding, I can get the people that I need to come in with the right protocol and programs to help me reach the Black community the way that I want to reach the Black community. So that's what's next.
All right. Hey man,
That's dope, man. That's really
that's,
dope.
that's dope. Now, let me see where was it? Oh yeah. So for all those people who want to, reach out to you, the big thing was Black people, man. Well, how much is gonna run? So on the average, for a basic person, let's say I come in and say, hey man, I want to start up with you. So what are they looking at on the front end to start with you?
So I have packages. I have a package that starts at $200. And the $200 gets you unlimited days. I work Tuesday through Saturday, and you can come as many times as you want. And you have unlimited virtuals. After that package is like the 175, where it drops you down to like 3 days and still unlimited virtuals. And then there's the $100 package, which gives you like 2 days and like I think 50 virtuals. And then there's the virtual package because I have clients that aren't even in the city of Memphis. So my
Hmm.
virtual package are set up where you can have $75 a month and you have unlimited virtuals through Tuesday through Saturday. $50 gets you about I think 20 sessions, and I'm going to teach you your nutritional health. I'm also going to teach you your coping mechanisms. Right now, I have my Father's Day and Juneteenth special still going, so you can sign up for $100. Now, with all of these packages, there are payment plans because everybody's life is different. You
Yeah,
might
because
not,
nobody want to hear, oh, I can't afford it right now. Yeah, we got play
of
plans over
course
here, baby.
not. I don't want you to
Yeah.
turn away from me. Alexa, turn the bedroom light up.
Should have used Alexa on the.
I do. What, Alexa, turn
Man,
the bedroom light
I
up.
got. Hey, look, hold on. I got one, bro. I use
Okay.
one the
I know. I thought about you when she said that because you
You
get
better
her
get one.
Alexa, cut the light off.
My Alexa, hold on. My Alexa does everything. Turns on the H box, turns on the lights,
She
turns
done.
on
She turned on
turns
my
on
thermostat.
TV. Shoot, it'll read my messages I got. I got this just wired through the house, play my stuff from Apple Music.
Exactly.
Turn the stuff different colors when I want a game in the room. Or the red went out. I had a
You
game
better
set up and
use it. You better use her for what she for. But yeah, I tell
everything.
everybody, man, there are installment plans. You can set it up to where you can be bi-weekly or you can be weekly. Because I don't control your money. I work for you. So my whole thing is to let you feel like the boss. Now, am I gonna be on your ass? Do you have to check in and give me everything I asked for? Yes. But that's what you hired me for. You hired me to be that accountability that you are lacking. So
Hmm.
even with your payment plans, I'm going to ding you and be like, hey, it's time for you to pay this week. I'm looking forward to seeing you. All right. And then I also make sure they understand that this is my job. And I say, my kids and I appreciate you. Because you have to understand, like, don't play with me on the money because it's for my babies. So if there's anything that we can work out and communicate, and I also have to teach people that you'd be surprised how many people will dodge you and not communicate with you over to money.
Yep.
Versus being like, oh man, I ain't got it right now.
Yep. Yeah. I
So
know them.
that's part of that accountability that I teach my clients. Small things matter. Just talk to me. Just
Yeah,
talk
you
to me.
tell them, yeah, you might not got it now, but you got it later, so let me know when.
So let me know when. And until then, get your ass in this gym and get these results. Thank you.
You
Hmm.
ain't lying. I know damn well y'all spend more than $50 in fast food in a week. Y'all take that $50 to do something else with.
Baby, because it costs $200 to step outside every day. Every day. And that's what I tell people. It's literally just about where you're putting your money. It's like we will go to the clubs and buy all the hookah and the hot wings and the drinks, and then somehow be like, "No, I can't afford this gym that's gonna change my life. I can't." But I'm gonna go to the club tonight. Don't look at my story, bitch. But I'm gonna go out. But what are you doing? Okay, before we leave, let me tell you something that slaps me in the face every time. You ready for this? No, I don't have the money to pay you, but can you help me lose weight? Because I'm going to get my BBL.
What?
I almost ended this interview.
Man, you know what? No, 'cause I heard women say that. And I'm thinking to myself, why didn't you just get your big ass in the gym? You can
Because no
pay
matter what, you have
$75.
to maintain it. And here's the crazy thing, Chef. They have to lose weight before they even get the BBL.
Yep.
And if you're already losing weight, then why go? It's
I
such a
would
risky
tell the
procedure.
people, I was like, you're finna go take thousands of dollars to someone you don't know who's already made versus investing into a black gym and your health with me. Okay. But that's not supposed to be a slap in the face. Oh, okay. All right.
They don't get a BBL. I can't. You know, my thing is, and then they get outrageous with them, man. They getting out. I don't
Oh,
know who they trying to impress. Some of them, I don't want to see no astronomical ass. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I don't want to see your hips way out there. Well, I'm just gonna look at you because ain't nothing I can do with no astronomical ass.
and when
It
it
ain't
comes
many
to
people.
women, I can't even part the sea correctly, ma'am. I can't even get in there.
You got no.
You
Because
know
you got
what?
all this
You
ass
know,
that is untainable to everybody else. It don't make sense.
What
like,
what
you know,
y'all fail to realize
how you
is
clean it?
that this interview has turned into a mini podcast. It's turned into a mini
Okay, I'm
podcast.
sorry. I'm gone. Y'all can let me go. My bad. My bad. My bad.
No, I'm not mad. It's funny because that's how you
Oh,
know this is a good interview because we've been
make sure.
going on. I didn't think this interview was gonna be 42 minutes, but it is.
Make sure you leave your address on there so people can reach out to you.
I
And
will. So,
I make sure Zeus put your address in the description of your website.
Yep,
So
yep, yep. I'm gonna do all that.
make sure to tell everybody where you're located at. You know what I'm saying? Your hours of operation. So if they gonna pop in and see your gym, they can pop in and see you.
I am at 3726 Burdan Cove, Suite number 4. It is right off Getwell before you get to State Line Road. I'm in that warehouse district. Like if you're going to South Haven and you're coming
Hmm.
to Getwell, you're going to turn right on Premier. And my gym is over there in those big ass warehouses because I have a huge.
I know where that is. Yeah, I know
I
where
know
that
you
is.
know where it's at.
Yeah,
But
so yeah, y'all do the guys at Fat Guys Game a favor. Take your fat ass over there, lose some of that weight.
Because
You know
baby,
what
we
I'm
can we
saying?
can do all that gaming. I can game with you, and when I beat your ass in the game, you gonna owe me 30 reps. So what's up? What's
Oh shit, no.
Who you talking to? Who you talking
I'm
to?
talking to anybody that wants this challenge, baby. What's up? What game we playing? What we want? What we doing?
Chef, you know we gonna do her dirty right. You know we gonna put her in Call of Duty right.
I haven't
You
played
know
Call of Duty in so long. Okay, big. That about her.
and it's gonna get live streamed.
That is
You know
tree.
what? You can keep the 30 wax. I want my 40 acres in the mirror.
That's fine, because what you don't know is all I do is play shooting games, baby, and I love motherfucking Call of Duty.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. We heard a lot of people say that until they get beat with something.
Yeah, until they get in this lobby.
Spanking. If you gonna spank me. But I'm not a sore loser. I'm gonna be like, okay, we playing again today. Are we playing again today though? But
Oh
what's up?
Yeah,
we
I
do that
whoop your ass as
constantly.
many times as you want me to. I don't give a damn. This gonna be entertainment for me.
Are you not entertained? I
I'm gonna be asking you that. Are you entertained yet? You won't
am
leave?
because y'all keep forgetting I grew up the oldest girl of all boys, baby. All I know is gaming.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember that. We told that.
Yeah,
It's
we
I'm
all
gonna
gonna get
right.
on my Xbox One as soon as we leave, and I'll probably do my PS5 later. So
look. We gonna have to break her in, chef. We
Hey
gonna have
man,
to
look,
break her in.
but on the other side, man, we had more fun beating the hell out of each other than we do playing the game. Cause we laughed the whole time because of how stupid we are.
yeah, we
So
ain't killed not
nothing but
one
love.
person. We ain't on no missions. We just sitting up here taking each other out.
Well, look, we appreciate y'all for tuning in, Coco. Thank you so much
Thank
I
you
look,
for
for
being
having
our
me.
first interview. And this was I really enjoyed this goddamn interview.
I
I
had so
really
much
did.
fun. It's always a pleasure to be with you guys. I miss y'all so much. Like, oh, I didn't know how much I missed you until both y'all faces popped up.
Hey, but before we leave, I want to give y'all a quick story time. Chef, you know how I be talking about a lot of people ain't seen me flip the fuck out.
yeah,
Coco is one of the only people walking the earth that has actually seen me flip all the way out. So I want Coco to tell this story from her perspective.
No, we will
I
not.
I want Coco to tell it.
The bad thing is, I have blocked out so much from God body. I don't even know if I remember the story. I think I remember one night in the gym, and I think it was in the back with the MMA fighters.
Nah, I ain't talking about it at the gym. I'm talking about at the grill house.
Oh no, 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 no! We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. I thought you was saying like me. I thought you was gonna kill
Look,
everybody in that motherfucker that day. Like, bro, I never have seen you be so irate. I forgot all about this.
Ah, I ain't forget about it.
man, now Real House give me nightmares because I went off 2 times, man. It made you angry when it had no reason to be angry.
Like, I mean, baby was about
No,
to start throwing
no.
shit, and like, yeah, go ahead. Look, we almost lost some people that day.
Look, what I did was way worse than what you did, Chef. I was pulling off shit that humans by themselves should be doing.
Yeah, lifting shit, throwing shit.
I was throwing shit I ain't had no business. That it took like 2 to 3 dudes to pick up. I picked that shit up myself and I launched it across the room.
I mean, when
I
I
was
say
the
throwing shit, I do mean throwing shit. Like, I completely had blacked out this. I blacked out so much of Grill House. I totally forgot.
yeah.
Damn, you did. You look. That was the first time I ever seen that white man be scared of a black man in a restaurant. For real, for real. Like when I say they didn't know how to talk to him, they didn't know what you like, bruh. It was get the fuck out the way, and he wasn't hearing nothing that nobody was saying, and there was no way to calm him down. He was there. He was literally there, and I couldn't do nothing but stay there and be like, baby, 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 baby.
Sometimes you got nothing.
Like,
Sometimes you
please,
got
baby,
nothing
baby,
to do.
don't let them call for baby, baby.
Sometimes
No,
you just
I
got to let
mean
them
like.
cook.
That is that, but that's the reason why they fear black people. Because when I say throwing, he literally told you he picked up some shit that he should not have been able to pick up and tossed it.
I had to look, I had people telling me what I did because I didn't know what I did.
Yeah, you blacked out. You were not
I
yourself.
like when I tell you I for real blacked out, bro. I didn't know what I did, but when people started telling me, I was like, I believe y'all must piss me off that bad, huh?
They did. They pissed you off real bad, and they kept talking shit to you. And it was the managers that would, like he said, they were talking horribly to our back of house. And it was like nothing that you did that night was okay. Like you weren't getting anything out of time enough. I think people were coming back just trying to place blame, and it's like, bro, you literally blew a fucking fuse.
That that
I,
that owner, that owner made us
And it
blow a
was so
fuse.
quick. No, it was just like they were talking, and I mean that man was like, it was just like it was just like pick up raw and stop talking to me, get the fuck out of my face. I fuck you up, you up, you up. Like
Am I
no,
right?
baby, no. All I can say was baby, no. Like I'm trying to get him to breathe. I'm trying to get him outside. He ain't heard shit.
I was breathing. I was breathing as I was picking shit up and throwing it
Oh, the
across
heart
the
and
room.
lungs were working.
'Cause I remember, I remember Chef told my brother. He said, not you, Chef, but the other Chef, T.
See,
That man
Check
told my
out here.
brother. He said, man, he was like, bro, you see that shit over there, man? It take 3 of us
to
to
lift
pick
it
that up, bro. He said, your brother lost his mind and picked this shit up and threw it,
and hurled it. And they did not know
hurled
what
it.
to do. They didn't know if they wanted to call the police or if this was going to turn into something. I was like, no, 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 no. Just let them go home. Just let it. Just y'all got to stop talking to black people like this. That work
They were real bad about that. Especially that owner, man. It's like he had an issue with us. Every black person back there.
every single one. It's because y'all was black, awesome chefs, and they couldn't figure out
Oh,
how to
and
make their food taste like that.
he was so mad. Let me tell you, oh God, I had the flashback. When I was there, man, I helped this punk motherfucker. He told me, man, hey, he said, hey, man, we thinking about doing some crab cakes and stuff like that. I said, I give you my recipe, but I need some money for it. He was like, man, yeah, it's a vote, if it's a big seller, do. I gave this man the recipe, bro. to this man, after I left, they were still using recipes for the stuff I gave it. Two or
Yep.
three of them. Mike was Mike had a few recipes
Right.
they was using, and me and Mike both like, hey man, I thought you was gonna come some little something for give you these recipes that you making all this
Mm-hmm.
money, and he was like, well, I'm like, bro, I'm cooking them. You can't tell me shit. I'm cooking the food.
I
I'm
know
cooking.
the recipe because I made the recipe, my G. Like, how you gonna tell me?
I'm prepping my recipe. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing them go out and having to prep them in the middle of the shift, bitch. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck?
Bro, I
Right.
would never add my drinks to the grill house thing when they kept asking me to add my drinks.
Yep, I
No,
remember that.
no,
I remember that.
it's a no for me.
Man, no, they just that man, it just he was and that's why he failed. That's why he had so many businesses fail. He didn't
Okay,
treat people
one
right.
more thing before y'all leave. Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready? Y'all ready?
What's up?
I was the black girl that started the lawsuit for how we got paid when I realized how much money he was stealing from us.
Oh, for real?
Man, I like,
That messed him up.
okay,
That messed
so
him up.
one night before I leave, since we having our flashbacks, my memory is coming back now. Thanks, babe. Um, I was closing down the restaurant, and I didn't have a clue that if you did this on a MacBook, that it was spin to the bottom of the page. And at
Right.
the bottom of the page, he had runners that weren't working, bus boys that weren't working, bartenders that weren't working, busters that weren't working, and they all had payouts. And I asked him, I said, hey, what is this? That man slammed that laptop and said, none of your business. I took that shit right to a lawyer.
He was skimming off of he was skimming money off of because y'all had to do a Mac. Y'all got all the money together distributed
Yeah,
evenly.
well, I would collect all of their receipts for the night, and I would
Right.
tally in all the money, and it would let them know how much they paid the bartender, the runner, the busser, expo. And at the bottom of this software, he had like 3 expo workers that weren't on the clock, 2 runners that weren't on the clock, bartenders that weren't on the clock. And the moment he told me to mind my black ass business,
I don't know who you talk to.
I don't either. But I definitely got my check for how much money he owed me.
I wish I would have heard that. It would have been another episode of
But
my killing
hold
spree.
on, but we found out that them folks when the parties was leaving the kitchen, big ass tips, and we wouldn't get none of them. We had a big parties in the rooms, and we was getting tips and shit, and we wouldn't get none of them. I'm mad as hell.
They used this so much for letting me. And I know he was janky and lost some
It's
good
gonna be
service. Now, the one thing I'm saying, I am happy that I got to meet you guys from it. That was the best.
yes.
Yeah.
Coco is one of the sweetest people I met in my life.
Yep. Yep.
That's why I'm trying to calm you down. I'm like, please stop throwing the things. We did these things. Man, but nah,
You didn't need them, but
they mind picking up
it
whole
was in my
things that we
room.
put the food in, sir, and salsa. Okay. Ain't no more food for the night. Clothes. Ain't no more biscuits. Ain't no more rolls. We done? We are done. Close. We ain't got nothing else left. We done flipped the whole kitchen. We ain't got nothing.
Ah, yeah, I cleaned the whole kitchen out.
Yeah, you
Kitchen
closed the
got
kitchen
cleaned
for
out that
sure.
night. It got
You
cleaned
closed
out
the
that
kitchen
night.
that
I
night.
can
Look,
promise you that.
the moment you said at Grill House, I was taken back and I was like, oh, baby did snap out at Grill House. But it wasn't your fault. Like, it wasn't you at all. Like, they pushed you there.
I don't give a damn who thought it was. Everybody felt my wrath that day.
And did.
And I bet you, but I asked for something, they gave it
Oh, yeah, they
to
did. And that's that, when you ask a motherfucker, sing, name that tune. And jump, how high? You want meters or kilometers? Like, okay.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never scared that many white people in my life.
Exactly. That's why I was like, baby, please. They
I
are
ain't never,
losing their mind.
hey, Chef, them motherfuckers saw me. They thought they seen the ghost of Christmas past.
Baby, and thought they did. They was like, we don't know what to
Bruh,
do. We don't know how to calm them down.
bruh.
You had the GM Rob losing his mind.
Oh yeah, that's right. Rob was. Oh man, yeah, Rob. I forgot all about Rob.
Yeah, I'm friends with Rob, man.
I love Rob. I had to take a step back, but I love him too. Yeah, because he was the one that made sure I was good at ACs.
Yeah, yeah. The Rob had me come in there, and then he didn't tell me how janky the chef was. Nobody warned me. No, no, that's why I'm mad at you and Kid back there. Y'all didn't tell me how janky the
I
chef
knew
was.
you were monkey me. That's why I was already
Hold on, hold on. Let's end the interview. We can continue this conversation afterwards because we've
sure.
been here
Yeah.
an hour.
Bye,
Listen, we
guys.
appreciate y'all for tuning in, Coco. We really appreciate you for coming. Coco's gonna send me all her information. So if y'all in the Memphis area or if y'all in another state and
You can
y'all
still
really want to put in some real work and make some real results, you don't want to take the lays away and go get a BBL and all of that.
Please.
Coco
please
is
go.
the person to talk to. I'm trying to tell y'all, Coco legit, man. She out here doing things, and I'm proud of her. Chef proud of her,
Thank
and
you.
she got the support of the Fat Guys Gaming Clan, hands down. If you
Mm.
ask me, but it's been your boy, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in once again. It's your boy FGG Zeus. That's FGG Chef Russ, and that is Coco. And we out this thing, baby. Peace.
Bye, baby.